Councillor Oakley, thank you so much for sitting down with me here at the Federation of Canadian Municipalities in Ottawa, Ontario. Why is it important for the County of Brant to be at this convention this week?
So it's actually pretty interesting. So up until last year, the County of Brant actually had never been a part of FCM at all and has never sent a delegation to FCM. So we had applied to FCM or got a membership in FCM to apply to the Green Municipal Fund grants, which we happen to be sitting beside right now, sort of that booth there. So myself and another councillor, Councillor Jennifer Kyle, who you should really talk to at some point, she's a kick-ass councillor, we thought we'd come here and see what's going on. You know, we haven't participated in this type of conference before. My municipality has always felt, and even there's this rhetoric sometimes with AMO where we're too small of a fish to be in this big of a pond. But I'm here, I've talked to councillors from municipalities even as low as 3,000 people. And funnily enough, the County of Brant actually was one of the largest municipalities in Ontario that had not yet signed up for an FCM membership. I was just having a conversation with my colleague, Councillor Kyle, this morning that so far this conference, I would say it's probably one of the most valuable that we've been to over my first term as councillor. There's been lots of great workshops, including one on the first day on really battling dis and misinformation, clarifying the difference between those two. Lots of great workshops. I've met lots of really wonderful people here, so I think it's really been valuable so far, and I got a lot to take back with me. So
where do you go from here? Because one of the big things that a lot of people do at these conventions is go, network, and then things just sit on a shelf. How do you ensure that the people of the County of Brant get what they've paid for when you come here? Because you're networking, you're connecting with your fellow municipal leaders. Is there best practices? Is there common problems that you're taking back to say, we're not the only ones dealing with this issue anymore? Yep. There's other communities across Canada that are dealing with the same issues here in County of Brant.
Yeah, so the first thing I do is whenever I get back from a conference, I started doing this about a year and a half ago, is I write a full sort of debrief of everything that I learned throughout the conference. I have a great note-taking app that helps me take notes for that, so I can really focus and absorb the information while the notes are happening. So I publish that in the local paper, publish it on my social media pages, things like that, so folks can really get a breakdown of my experience, just at a surface level anyways, along with a few key points. And then I also take that back and I immediately go and talk to our CIO, the fantastic Allison Newton, and all of our great staff to sort of talk to them on things we're working on, what things we aren't working on, sort of how we can integrate those ideas. And what I really love about, again, to talk about this conference in particular, we have a tendency in municipalities to really focus on sort of environmental scans as we're addressing policy, and we tend to be very province focused. So a lot of our environmental scans are really just Ontario only. So this has given me the opportunity to actually talk to a lot of different people from different provinces that are dealing with very similar issues as us. And we don't have to reinvent the wheel, giving us the opportunity to see, countrywide how people are dealing with these issues and sort of take the best pieces of everything.
What's the major issue that you're hearing from that is similar to the people of the County of Brant?
So one that I mentioned earlier that I went to a workshop right at the beginning of the conference on mis and disinformation. And it was funny, one of the comments, there was they were using this app so folks could go on their phone and sort of type in comments, questions as we're going through this. And one of the sort of comments that came up there is, I thought we were the only ones dealing with this, or I thought this was a problem unique to Alberta, unique to BC, unique to Ontario, sort of the dealing with the misinformation, especially as there's various, interest groups that can be rather toxic in dealing with that's rather toxic to deal with as a politician. And so it was really a great talk to learn what other councillors have done to sort of address that mis and disinformation, because we're dealing with it everywhere. Just with the proliferation of different forms of media fragmentation, there's a lot of information that's out there, and so it was really great to have that experience just on that topic.
So you go home now, you've written your report?
Yes.
This is your first convention, I'm assuming you've been at for the Federation of Canadian Municipalities?
Yes.
Was it worth it?
Absolutely. No doubt in my mind, this experience was 100% worth it. Especially Because it's the first time my municipality has ever sent a delegation, this convention is a little pricier than some of the other provincial ones, especially, luckily, and the reason why we chose to go to this one is because it's in Ottawa. We figured, if it ended up being a waste of money, at least we didn't fly out somewhere. But I absolutely am already considering for next year allocating my budget and more of my budget to one conference than I normally would to get to the conference in Edmonton next year, because I had a fantastic experience at this conference.
Well, Councillor Oakley, thank you so much, and
Yeah,
I look
thank
forward
you.
to seeing you in Edmonton.
Yes, thank you very much.